part 2 of the daily from wherever we were up to. Microphone died after the muters got wrecked by the liberators. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. I said I was going to stare at it more to make sure this didn't happen, but yeah. Alright, that's why we're going to finish this stream after the daily and basically just try and fix up our shit on our computer, because for some reason our mic just keeps on disconnecting. Alright guys, so we're going to go back to that point with the libs and kind of talk about that quickly. Okay, so the liberators died. We were talking about creep spread. And just that idea of how it was very important, even though there's gaps in denying the creep spread and it starts to re-spread out, because Byun comes back in on these main push paths. So he basically says I got 2 main push paths. I've got down here towards this 4th, and I've got up here towards this 3rd, this 4th and this 3rd. And because Byun just keeps up this pressure so much, Solar's APM is occupied, and Solar isn't spreading all these creep tumors every single moment that he can. And this drop that comes up here is so damn vital. Because it comes in right while he's distracted on the left, takes out these creep tumors just when they're getting restarted. And the important thing here is that Zerg macro takes a lot of APM. It takes a lot of time when you include creep, when you include all that stuff. But this defense also includes it needs a lot of micro. Stim Marines can just focus down Banelings if they're in small numbers. They can jump on top of Queens and stim them down. As a Zerg player, you need to be transfusing, you need to be watching. So Byun, with his sort of aggressive rotation, is constantly forcing the attention of the Zerg to the defense, away from his macro cycle, while also cleaning up creep tumors. As a result, Solar's creep is so much slower than it would otherwise be, and that just messes everything up. It really ruins him. Because he's just on that back foot. He's constantly reacting. He can't just get into that rhythm where he's spreading creep, or these Marines are going to stim in and kill all his workers. These Marines are going to stim into his main and kill his Queens. Definitely Solar could do a better job here, but that's StarCraft. No one plays perfectly. So yeah, that's a super important one. The other big thing we were talking about is we started to answer the question about the 2-2. So, when do you push? Do you push with 2-2? Do you push? When do you stop dropping? When do you start pushing the front? And that was a really good question from chat. So let's answer that one. And it's always awkward because I literally just spent 5 minutes explaining this with my mic muted, but whatevs. So basically he's just dropping. Look at this, killing another creep tumor, just being so annoying. This drop here, forcing the APM everywhere. Solar just on the back foot constantly. And this is potentially also part of why Solar was so committed to Ling Bane. He felt so on the back foot all game that he was like, I just need to hang on and have more than enough mid-game units so I don't just die. But what we often realize is that the factory, usually it builds reactors after, that's all it does. In the early game, it just builds reactors. It might build like 1 or 2 Widow Mines, but usually it just builds reactors. And then once you get up to 5 or 6, about 5 barracks production, it builds its own reactor and it starts up Widow Mine production. And what you'll notice is that you actually get to about 5 or 6 Widow Mines, suddenly your ability to fight a Ling Bane Muta army becomes so much more powerful. And a lot of players will purposefully time it out, so they start really getting that Widow Mine count up to time out with 2-2, and this is just when that push starts. A lot of players though will they'll already be pushing now, because they want to push the creep back ahead of time. But because Byun has been so aggressive, he's been pushing, he's also been kind of bleeding out Marines, his army count's not as strong as it necessarily would have been. He doesn't want to push with just 2 or 3 Widow Mines and like 30 Marines. So he's actually not going to move out right until 2-2 is like almost completely finished. And only now does he push across this map. And he really should be focusing on constant Widow Mine production. And this is one of the biggest mechanical mistakes of players of all skill level, is in this scenario, they go through their production cycle, they add some more Marines, some more Marauders, they don't add more Widow Mines. In this case, he got supply blocked. This is like literally the only time I think Res Widow Mine actually freezes up for any significant portion, is that 20 seconds. But even that is pretty vital. 20 seconds is 2 more Widow Mines, they take like 21 seconds to build, I believe. And these Widow Mines are so damn important. Now, even here, look at how he's setting it up. He only wants 3 Widow Mines. Sorry, he only has 3 Widow Mines. He wants to wait for more. He also wants to wait for more Marine Marauder to support it. So he's still got a drop on the right-hand side, trying to multi-prong. There's actually a Baneling drop here, which I completely miss. And he's going to start elevatoring here, just trying to set up in an annoying position to make it feel very awkward for Zerg. He actually stays here a little bit too long, loses a lot of Marines and 2 medevacs, which is very sloppy. And that really hurts Byun. But his drop on the right-hand side does a little bit of damage as well. So this is kind of your parade push. Obviously it takes a while to reinforce it, leaves a lot of units at home. But it's essentially a parade push with always a distraction going on at the same time. And if you check this out, these Marines being annoying over there, and those Marines there are going to be real bags of dicks. And the big thing I was talking about is through this whole period, if we go back, Solar has no idea how many units there are anywhere. So if we watch from Solar's point of view, just gonna put that on the regular game speed. Solar's watching this, and he has no idea how much army there is. He doesn't know if he can take a good engage. And the scary thing is, Zerg can't just A-move his army, despite popular opinion. He's got to be microing, or the Widow Mines are going to get insane damage. So he sees this pressure here, but he doesn't realize just how few units there are. Especially because there's so much pressure. There's a drop hitting him in the main. He's going, oh crap, drop in the main. Split some units off there. Oh god, these units are still coming in. Okay, engage that. Oh god, my 3rd base is under attack at the same time. Oh, get on that Ling Bane. It's not enough Ling Bane, he's focusing my Banes down. Oh, pull back Queens. Little does Solar know that this huge amount of pressure at the front is a couple of Marines and Marauders. And 3 Widow Mines. Like, it's a tiny army. You could easily roll over this. So Solar's really just on the back foot because of the way Byun manages the multi-prong. Now, if you're someone who can't quite handle this in Byun's multi-prong fashion, you focus more on the front, you have more Widow Mines here, you start your Widow Mine production earlier, you start your Marauder count a little bit earlier, because those are the meaty units which really just mess up Ling Bane if they can't get a really nice surround, or a really nice flank or something like that. Alright. So, yeah, apologies for it cutting out there in the middle, guys. But I think that will be the end of the second part there of the daily. So thank you very much for hanging out. A couple of good questions in chat. Epic comeback by Captain Byun. I was impressed. I literally just wanted to watch this game. That's how lazy today's daily was. I was like, this game looks really exciting. I want to watch it properly. And I just like closed the VOD, closed the replay, and decided to do a daily on it and kind of talk about it as it happens. Not the best planned one, but that's okay. I'm still kind of just catching up on sleep and everything from a busy weekend. So tomorrow we'll be back and I will do my ICYFAR. It's going to be no secrets, which is people have to announce the shit they're going to do before they do it. I'm not sure if I have enough replays for like a full hour-long show or whatever. Probably just do like a 40-minute one. And if I don't have enough replays for that, I might even throw one of my own replays doing it in. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, I appreciate the support. Thanks for hanging out. I guess I'll fix my mic after the stream today. So I'll keep streaming probably. I'll stream some Terran. I'll just make sure I keep an eye on my mic a lot more fluently, so we don't have any 10 minutes of being muted. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll do ICYFAR tomorrow. I'll try and get some pros for What If Wednesdays. It might be tough though, because Montreal is this coming weekend, I believe. Yes, it is. So people are gonna already be traveling there, so it could be a little bit awkward. I'll see if I can get some people though. I mean, it's awesome to watch pros practice, even if they're not necessarily the Nurchios and the Snoots and the Neebs of the world. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to hug a watermelon, kick a walrus, and of course, punch a cactus to the moon. I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye and good night.